If you've ever chunked a chip, you know how frustrating it is, especially when you're trying to save for par. And for me, chipping was one of the biggest things holding me back on my road to scratch golf.
Oh, baby, sit. Where you going?
But during the lesson with Francis, my swing coach, he gave me one adjustment that instantly made me more consistent.
Let's go.
What are you
We're
doing?
good.
Yeah, what are you doing, man?
And today, we'll take you through my chipping lesson so you too can use it in your game.
Well, let me see you hit a few chips.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh. Let's
Dude,
go.
what are you
We're
doing?
good.
Yeah, what are you doing, man? What are you doing here? Okay, so when you set up over a ball, say you're playing around, you gotta chip this in for eagle.
Right.
Okay. What's the last thing you're looking at before you pull the trigger?
Right before is where I want it to land.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Or like go over, I guess. And normally right now would be like this area.
That area? So I'm gonna put a towel there.
Okay.
So I like you talked about that because I like working with landing zones.
Yeah.
Especially with, you know, more advanced players like yourself. So let's say this is our landing zone. All you got to figure out is how to get it there. Now, you talked about sometimes hitting the ball too far. Now, if you take loft off the golf club, like we saw in the full swing, you're hitting the ball 10 yards further, right? There's more ball speed. So when you're chipping, like we're going downhill a little into the green, but what if we were downhill down green? Or what if these greens were like 13s, you know? You're playing Pinehurst. Yeah, right? Yeah. But I want us to like try to chip it over. You know, we don't know what's going to happen here. That's why we're chipping, right? So I like us to try to use a little bit more loft. So let's not put the ball so far back in the stance.
Okay.
And let's see if we can like maybe play it middle. Let's try to land the ball right on top of that towel and see what happens.
Wow, this is so weird. I feel like I'm gonna chunk it. Yeah, like to me that's like a chunk.
Okay. There's nothing that you're doing differently. You're still going to control the low point that you're doing with the ball back an inch. It's just move forward an inch. You know, the only thing is like we're not returning the club to an angle that's so forward pressed. I'm going to go through something real quick, and this is what I like to show everybody, and we kind of go from here.
Let's do it.
So I like to think, just for a stock drill, and I'll face the camera for this, I like to put 3 golf balls back to back and kind of be like the width of my stance for chipping. So I have my feet pretty close together for chipping because I like to work on my balance.
Yeah.
This back ball is going to be my low ball, right? It's going to be my mid ball position. This is going to be my higher chip.
Yeah.
Now, there's so many different kinds of high chips and low chips and all that stuff. Some that roll out, some that spin more.
Yeah.
But I like to look at this and designate it as position A, B, and C. So reading it like a book. So my high ball position, farthest left, is A. Then it goes B in the middle, C is the back.
Yep.
Now the handle, like you typically have your handle far forward, right?
Yeah.
Handle positions intentionally to hit the low shot. Yeah, because that's what we can control.
Right.
But what if we're into the grain? You know, playing super firm greens or firm, like you could chunk it maybe.
Yep.
So handle positions, like to mess around with that too. So handle position in front of my left leg is 1, middle is 2, back is 3.
Wow, okay.
So my higher shots, usually my handle's back here. Now I set up like this from like my bunkers, and I tell myself I got to get back to this position through my shot. Right. My low shot is like what you're doing, and I try to keep that same exact feel through my shot.
Yeah.
Now when we put the ball more up in the stance, you said you kind of felt a little anxious about it because we haven't really done that before, and you typically like to keep your weight back.
Yeah.
So that's how you hit your back, your low shots, right?
Yep.
So I just need you to feel like you're putting a little bit more weight on the front. Your upper body, I want you to feel like the buttons on your shirt are turned a little bit more to the left of the golf ball. So if the golf ball's at 12 o'clock, your chest is going to turn maybe to 11, just barely.
Through impact?
Slightly, just at address and keep it there.
Oh shit, okay.
At address. So even though you're going to hit your straight shot, you're going to be a little bit open here.
Yeah.
Find your spot and let your shoulders dictate the path of the club going back. Right, because if you're square with your shoulders or closed, your club's going to go back. It's easier for you to chunk it.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay.
With chipping especially, we have to feel like that club head stays more on top of or outside the hands. Right? We can't let the club go inside too much. Right? So you could feel like you're taking the club more out and down and around. So if I'm trying to land it on that, which usually is a 60, but we'll see what happens here. It's way too far. Yeah. So what happened there, I probably brought the club back with way too much forward shaft lean. Now let's see if I can get the club to point back at me through the shot. Maybe a little bit.
Dude!
You know?
That's so much loft.
And all I was thinking there was, how do I return the club back to a good spot with a little bit of loft? Because that club that you have is meant to be hitting the ground. That bounce is meant to go through the ground. It's okay for it to do that.
Okay.
So we want to feel like the back of the club can kind of glide through the grass a little bit. I think you might be hindering yourself by just hitting the low roll shot because
every single time.
Yeah, we can't control spin as much. And like you said, you hit it too far sometimes.
That's interesting. I thought it was force spin. Like you force spin, like to compress it or do that to give it spin. But really, it's not as much, I guess.
It's just you're hitting it with too much. It's too much ball speed coming off of it.
So normally I'm here.
Yep,
and
that'd be your low shot. Which is, I mean, you could definitely hit a low shot here, of course. But let's say we want to play the ball to sit a little bit.
Yeah.
You know. So let's just play it an inch or two forward.
Okay.
Have the handle maybe not as far forward, maybe a little bit. There you go. Now just tell yourself you have to, whatever you do back here, get the handle to finish in that position. Yep. With a little more weight forward and your shoulders.
Oh yeah, see I'm already like way over here.
There you go. Shoulder down a little bit more and then open it up. That's it.
Oh dude, this is so awkward, bro. This is so weird.
Yeah. Keep the face square. Just don't let it turn over.
Wow.
A little bit more spin there.
That was high.
A little more spin, went higher.
Yeah, it didn't even, all of my balls are over there.
Let's try it again. It's almost like feeling like you're hitting a little mini cut. Because you usually are used to taking the club way on the inside. And that's why you chunk it. Okay,
now, so would it be would this be a good default chip?
I think a default chip would be like a middle ball position, yeah. Feet close together. You know, now if you had to hit it higher or carry something in front of you without having to hit a flop shot, just put the ball 1 more inch forward. And play the handle maybe more up to the middle part of your body. Yep, feet closer together. Good, and then still that same idea with the slightly open shoulders. Now, your club is gonna go back along your feet line, right? Your club's gonna go back with the face open, yeah.
Oh, dang,
You're hitting down on it still. It's just you're hitting it out to in a little bit.
This is so awkward, dude. Like I feel like I'm all like a pretzel. It's so weird.
If you did swing left, like we have you doing, and you had the face left, it would go left. So whatever you have to do to keep the face open
is at target.
At the target, that's it. And you're just taking the club back to me on the way back.
Right, okay.
Even more.
Oh, because there's more. So
you're there, right? It's more.
Oh, up here.
Yeah, so that club isn't too far away from the ball where it has to swing underneath. The club is pretty much on top of the ball and you're just letting it go. So if I didn't even move my body, it'd be like that, right? Instead of this. Yeah, so it's kind of like that feel. Like the club doesn't move off the target line too much. Yeah, that's it. Face open, weight forward. Okay, try again. That's okay. You hung back. That's all it was.
Yeah, and I felt it on my right side.
Play the ball even more forward.
Wow.
Yeah, more off like the left big toe.
Okay.
Good. That's it. And then face open. Good. Take it back to my foot.
Ooh.
It was dead straight. Too far.
Yeah.
But that was good. Try it again.
Okay.
Maybe land it towards the front.
Of the
or like
towel?
the back of the towel. Yeah, the back of the towel. Maybe not the camera.
Yeah, maybe not the camera.
Cool. You're gonna take it back to almost here with the club, right?
Yeah.
Kind of feel that. Good. Just keep your weight going forward.
God, so when I chunk it, that's usually a telltale sign that I'm on the right side. Okay.
Yep.
Wow. Now, would that be for everything? Irons?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly.
Too much on the right side?
On the trail side, yeah.
Okay.
Now, you could open the face a little bit more because this grass isn't perfect, right? So if we have too much of the leading edge square into like bad grass, it'll clip.
Yeah.
So opening up a little bit will let it kind of cut through the grass a little bit more. So I definitely work with an open face. Good. Feet even closer together just to work on your balance. And now we're low here. So you're gonna feel more weight forward and you're gonna feel a little bit open, just a little bit. Now you can lean your left hip into a wall there. There you go.
Okay.
Feel like you stay there. Don't even swing back. Just stay there and just let the club go up and down. That was it. That was a much different sound, right?
Yeah.
That was much different.
Wow. Okay. That would be a good, so this would be a good practice tool. I guess the same thing, have an hour. What am I doing? Just.
If you can get a shag bag or take a water bottle.
Yeah.
So go ahead and set up that ball again. So I always like to put one club on my feet line, right, my toe line. I think to myself, okay, this club head cannot go inside this toe line. So if I put a water bottle right here, that kind of reminds me that I can't be here by the time the club gets behind me.
Right.
If I do that, there's more weight behind you and you're gonna hit it underneath, right? So the more the club head stays out here, however you want to do it with wrist or not, the easier it is to hit ball first.
Right. Okay.
And we're only opening our body up a little bit. Now, you don't have to do lower body. I used to like to do lower body too, because that kept my chest open.
Right.
You can go square with an open chest, whatever you want to do. You can open up your lower body just like you're doing now. It's fine. Just make sure the club head does not go.
Well, what do you
inside.
think would be more consistent?
I think this would be
like
good
this?
for you.
Okay.
For you, yeah. Okay, I see you leaning on the right.
You saw that again?
Yeah, I want you to be looking, or your butt's on your shirt on the left.
I feel like I'm like way over here.
Good. Yeah, keep it on the left side of the ball and just swing to the target. There you go.
Wow.
Now it's starting to cut, right? It's got a little bit more spin.
Okay.
So if you have a slope that's right to left and you don't want that ball to hit the slope and go way past the whole left, you do this kind of a low cut chip.
And the spin would kind of...
The spin would kind of, the spin would go against that slope.
Okay.
Yeah, now if you want the ball to roll out, then you let the hands turn over. You go more square, hands turn over. But I like where you working on this.
Yeah, okay.
Because you get to work on your low point better, right, instead of hanging back.
And it's always with the wedge?
Always with the wedge.
Bump and runs?
Bump and runs, so it would be more square.
Putters.
Maybe back in the stance, rolling over the hands, right? That's the main idea with that.
Now, when I practice this, should it be multiple distances, or does it matter really?
I would definitely start with something that's more, like achievable here. Like try to make a couple if you can. That would be a goal, and then start to pick targets that are further out. See if you can do the same thing. Maybe play a higher shot.
Yeah.
Rather than just the low shots, because you can hit a low shot all day.
That's money, bro.
Yeah.
You crushed it.
Awesome.
Thank you so much.
I know there was a lot today, but I think you just kind of take it piece by piece.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Great.